I knew something was wrong the moment I pulled up to my newly purchased foreclosed cabin and saw a padlock I didn't install hanging on the front door. I had just closed on the property 48 hours earlier, and the keys were still in my pocket. But standing on the porch with her arms crossed like a sheriff from an old western was Denise, the HOA president. She pointed at me and said, "You can't enter." I already possessed this cabin. I almost laughed. Instead, I asked her to explain how she possessed a cabin I legally bought at auction. She said, "The HOA voted to reclaim it after foreclosure. The paperwork's already in process." That was the moment I knew she was lying through her teeth. The setup started weeks earlier when the county announced the foreclosure sale. I researched the cabin, checked the parcel map, compared liens, and verified the title. There was no HOA claim, no deed restrictions, no encumbrances linked to any association. To be extra sure, I even called the county clerk and verified that the HOA subdivision line stopped 2 full lots away. I bought the cabin clean and clear. Denise just didn't like losing control of what she called community inventory. The incident blew up the next morning. I arrived with my contractor, ready to begin repairs, only to find Denise had posted a giant HO and notice of seizure on the door. She also piled some old lawn chairs on the porch and claimed they were stored HOA property, meaning she now had established possession. She told my contractor he'd be fined for trespassing. Then she threatened to tow my truck from the driveway of my own land. That was her fatal mistake. My reaction was ice cold and methodical. I photographed the fake seizure notice. I recorded her yelling that the cabin belonged to the HOA by default. I gathered my foreclosure deed, sale confirmation, payment receipt, and a stamped transfer of title from the county. Then I pulled up satellite images and parcel boundaries, proving the HOA never legally covered my lot. I had everything I needed. Time to end this. What I planned next was a legal knockout. I contacted a real estate attorney who specialized in foreclosure acquisitions. He reviewed the documents and nearly choked laughing at Denise's claims. We filed a police report for attempted unlawful possession and interference with property rights. My lawyer drafted a cease and desist letter citing criminal trespass and civil penalties. And we requested a county officer accompany us back to the cabin. Execution came that Friday. We walked up with the officer, and Denise stormed out, waving her useless clipboard. My lawyer handed her the deed, the foreclosure receipt, the county transfer, and the plat map showing her OH didn't own so much as a twig on my land. The officer asked her one simple question. "Do you have a NY legal claim to this property?" She stuttered. Then she admitted she did not. The officer ordered her to remove the padlock immediately. Consequences hit her like a falling tree. She was fined for filing a false HOA notice. The county opened an investigation into her misuse of HOA authority. Her own board voted to remove her as president. And she had to reimburse me for the locksmith and delays. She hasn't set foot near my property since. The payoff was glorious. I unlocked my cabin with the county officer standing beside me, proof in hand, knowing I'd shut down her entire scheme. Now the cabin is fully mind-quiet, peaceful, and legally airtight. And Denise? She avoids my road like it's cursed. If you love HOA justice stories, like the video and subscribe.